Hi, welcome everybody. So in this tutorial, we are going to be creating this flyer. So it's really pretty simple. We just have some text, we have a background, we have a couple of social media icons, a photo, and then more text. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to File, New, and then I already have presets in here. So this one I already have an Instagram preset. So I do 2048 by 2048 pixels at 300. The reason why I do that is so that when you upload it to Instagram, they lower the quality. So by uploading it as a high quality, once they lower the quality, it will still be a good quality. Hopefully that makes sense. So let's go ahead and continue. And so the first thing we are going to do is insert this image, which is this image in the background right here. So I'm going to go to File and Place, and I have a folder called GF Packs. So all my stuff is already in here to make it easier. So I have a wallpaper, and so I have my money graphic. So I just click on that, hit Place, and then it imports the graphic as such, like this. And so this is how it is. So here's a graphic, and as you look, there's like it's like overlaid. So what I do after that is I come over here, and where is my backgrounds? New layer, not layer. I do a new background. Just this one right here. So it's this tool right here. Then I click on gradients, and again I already have some presets already in here. And so this is this the preset that I have. And so what I do right here is for the style, I change it to radio. And then I keep it, nope. So then I scale it down. See about, I mean, you can play with it to your liking, however you want it. And so then I'm gonna bring that one behind it. Call this one background. And then for this money wallpaper, as you can see, we can't see the background color that we have in it. So I lower the opacity to about 20. And then we change the mode to, which one was it, overlay I used for this one? Might have been overlay. Let's go back on normal. I don't have this one on normal. Okay, I'm sorry. So I had this one on, I had this mode on normal mode, and so I just lowered the opacity. So as you see from the example, couldn't I have this one on? Overlay 20%. Let's see here. So I did have this one on overlay. What is that? 20%. Let me see something. What if I change this color? And again, sometimes you can play with it however you like till you get your liking. Why is this one not showing? Oh shoot. Okay, that's what I did. Because I have this as an artboard. Shoot. Let me close this. And we're going to start over. And let's clap. 3, 2, 1. Alright, hey everybody. So in this tutorial, I'm going to show you all how to create this flyer. So in this flyer, we have text, we have a background, we have a picture, more text, and then we have a couple of social media icons. So this one, so let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing I'm going to do is go to File, New, and then So I have this one set at 2048, 2048 pixels by 2048 pixels at 300. The reason why I have this one so high is because with Instagram, it lowers the quality of your images when you upload them. So by me initially doing it as a higher quality, once I export them and upload them to Instagram, when it lowers a quality, it'll still be a high quality. And so let's go ahead and do this. Let's create it. And so the first thing I want to do is add a background to this one. So let's go. So we're gonna go over here, right here to the bottom. Click on this one that says where it says gradients. And so I already have presets saved in here. And so let's click on a preset. Let's see what this one looks like. And then I'm gonna change it to a radio. And then again, you can scale and play with it how you like. I normally do what's 120. No, that's too high. Let's do 155. And then hit OK. And I can delete that background. And then going back to here again, we have a background image of money. So I'm gonna open that up. So I'm gonna come over here to File. Dang it. Let's delete this one. That's why I'm doing this tutorial. Alrighty. 3, 2, 1. Alright, hey everybody. So in this tutorial, I'm gonna show you all how to create this graphic. So it's mostly simple. We just have text. We have an image in the background with an overlay over it. We have another image, and then we have some social media icons. And then her name and some information at the bottom. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing I'm going to come over here is File, New. And then I have this one as 2048 pixels by 2048 at 300 ppi. The reason why I have this one so high is so that Instagram lowers the quality of your images when you upload them. So by me initially having it as a higher quality, once I export them from Photoshop and upload them to Instagram, it won't make the quality look blurry and things like that. The quality will still stay sharp. Let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing I'm going to do is add a background to this one. So I click on this tab down here, and I come over here to this gradient, and then you select your gradient that you want. And then I change the mode to radio, and then I reverse it. So as you can see how this yellow dot right here is just right here in the center, but then once I reverse it, it's on the outside. And then I just play with the scale to whatever liking. Let's see, about 122. That should be fine. And then I come over here. Let's go to File, and let's go to File, Place. And so I have a graphics pack, which pretty much have all my images that I use. So I already have one right here in my background pack, and this one is under wallpaper. So I have my money wallpaper. So we're going to insert that. Come over here, hit this check mark button to put this in here. And as you can tell, the image, you can't really see the image. You can't really see the background because the image is over top of it. So what we're going to do is we're going to change the blending mode to overlay. And now you see how you get that little yellow. But then also I'm going to lower the opacity as well. So let's put this at maybe about 20. Like 20. And then so you see it's a transparent background, but you can barely see the money. I still want the money to be in there. So again, I'm going to click this layer again. And then I'm going to do a solid color. And this one I'm going to make it white. And then, so I have a solid color white. Here's a gradient, so I'm going to put it below it. And then let's put this money, bring this one up a little bit. That should be fine right there. And again, you can play with the colors however you want. So if you want to make this one green, you can do that as well. And then again, you just play with the opacity till you get to your liking. Which I think this one might be fine right here. And then I'm gonna group this all. as a background, as a group, and then I'm just call it background. And so then we're going to add some text to it. So let's call this one to improve your credit score. Let's make that smaller. And then I'm going to change this font over here to, I have a font called United States, yes, which is like a money font. Improve your credit score. Then I want to change the color. I want to make it green. So I'm going to double click on it. Come over here to this gradient overview. That one might be fine for right now. No matter, drop shadow to it. Actually, let's make that lighter. That's a little bit too light. And let's do. So what I'm gonna do, I think I want to make this background a different color. Maybe we'll make that one lighter. Yeah, let's double click on this one. Oh no, I want this one. Yeah, okay, let's see if we can reverse that. And then let's scale this down some. Maybe. Right here might be alright. And then I want to add a photo to it. So I'm going to go to File. Let's go Open because we're going to have to do some editing to it. So I have one called Websites. I have an option called Photos. And then which photo do I have? It was her. And so one of the good parts about Photoshop is it has a quick selection tool that has select subject right over here. So it will automatically select the subject for you. And for the most part, it does a pretty good job. Give it a second, let it do it. Let's see here. Make sure it selected everything. So it did a pretty good job of selecting everything. Okay. And then so I'm going to add just a 0.5 feather just so that the edges are a little bit softer. And then we come over here till it says add layer mask. So once I do that, it's going to remove the background from it. So as you can tell now, the background is removed from it. And then I'm just going to crop it to make it a little bit smaller so it'll be easier once we import the image. And then again, I like to group this just so I have everything organized. And then I just duplicate. So I right click on it and I duplicate group. And I'm gonna go to Ununited, which is the name of this flyer that we're working on. So I hit OK. And as we do that, now the image is over here. But so right now it's a little too big for us. So the shortcut, you can zoom out. Here's a zoom tool right here. So if you zoom in, zoom out, or the shortcut is if you hit Control and minus, then it'll zoom out for you. So what we want to do is we want to make this photo smaller. So I hit Control T, which is a transform tool. And then I still want to zoom out a little bit more. So again, I hit Control minus, and I grab this corner right here. Then as I do it, you see how it's making the image smaller. So I come in here, and once you get a child you like, you hit this check mark button. Then I'm gonna come over here, click the zoom tool, right click and hit fit on screen. And so now we'll put it wherever you want it at. Then I'm just gonna play around with the text a little bit in the images. I feel like it still might be a little bit too big, but I think it might be alright for right now. I'm just gonna grab this text tool, and then you see there's a spacing. I want to get rid of that spacing a little bit, so I'm coming over here. Not this one. This one. To, if it pops up, well, it says letting. And so as you see how it moves it up, down and up, and I want to move it up a little bit. I think that one should be fine. Then I'm going to add some more text. Where's my... Okay, here we go. So I already have a notepad with my text in here. So I'm just going to copy this text right here. So I'm going to hit copy. Come to this text tool again. Just click on it. And then right click and hit paste. Which will copy our text in there. Now it's a little bit too big, but I might come over here, just drop down, and I have, what do I have? Times New Roman is a font that I use. And we want this to be, let's see, 14. Yeah, 14 should be fine. And then I'm just going to, so now it's off the scale, off the screen, so we can't see it. So I'm going to hit enter. You know, I'm just formatting it a little bit. And again, I'm going to go play with this letting. Not that one. Should put that one back to 0. This one, this letting. I can bring it up to where I want it. Actually, let's delete this one. There's an easy way to do that. So let me delete this one. And I'm gonna make a box. And then paste it. And then select all of it. Change it to Times New Roman. And let's put it on 12 again. And that way now it's a box, so it's easier to read. So again, I just play around with it. However you want it to be. Let's move this one up some. And I feel like there's too much space, so I'm going to, I could probably make that a little bit bigger. C14. See if I space this one out. Bring this one over so, and let me scoot her over. Now to scoot her over, I can just right click, and then she's under the photo later, so I just hit photo. That way I can move her over some. Now I want to make her smaller, so I hit Control T again, which is a transform tool. I can just make her a little bit smaller. And now I want to bring this up as such, and then I might add a background to her, so let's do drop shadow. I feel like that's too much. Alright. And then I want to copy this. So the shortcut is I hold the Alt key on your computer and I hold the Shift key. And now you see you got that little white arrow. So now if I move it down, it makes a copy of it. So now it copied the text. So now we're going to go back to original text. And we're just going to copy everything that is included, the services that they offer. Oops, made a mistake. Hold on, delete that. again, right click and just paste it. And we can do it like this. Let's do it like this. It should be easier. So I'm gonna cut this. I'm gonna duplicate this one. So again, we hold the Alt and the Shift key and bring that over. And then we grab a text tool, and then what we just cut, we're gonna paste it right back. So we right click on it and then paste it. And then I want to group these. I'll call it services. And I want to line that up. And you can make it bigger, smaller. Actually, let's make it bigger. Let's do, can we do 16? Actually, 18 might work. Let's try 18. So I feel like 18 might be good. Let's bring her over. Let's do 18. Yeah, I feel like 18 should be fine. Alright. And then we are going to add, I'm going to go out of order a little bit. I'm going to duplicate this one more time for charge offs. So I'm just going to add her. Well, I'm going to put your name. Call it your name. And then so I'm going to change the font to that script signature font. And this one I think I call is called English. Find it. English signature. There you go. Hit OK. And I'm gonna make this one a little bit bigger. So I come over to the text tool. Just make it bigger, however you want it. Let's put that right there. And I'm gonna right click on her. Might move her up a little bit. Your name. And then let's duplicate this charges one more time. And she is known as a, that's not what I want. No, it's wrong phone. She is known as a credit consultant. So copy, Control C, text tool, right click, paste. I'm just going to put that underneath there as such. So we got that taken care of. And now for our social media icons. So I'm again come over here to File, Place, and under my graphics pack, I have one called Social Media Icons. Black outline. So we're going to start with the phone. We can hit OK, and then to scale it down, we do Control T. Might need to make that smaller. And then again, charge offs. I'm going to copy that. I'm going to right click, text. I'm going to do sample phone number 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 0. And let's line that up with this one. And then I'm going to put this in a group. So I'm going to bring this one up here. And then so I'm going to click on these two icons. So I clicked on this one. I hold down Shift. And I can select both of them. And then I hit Control G, which puts it in a group. So I'm going to call this one phone. But I'm going to create another group as well. So here's a folder. And this one I'm going to call social media, SM icons, social media. And I'm going to put this one inside of there. And then, actually then for this phone, I'm going to duplicate this phone one. Duplicate group. We'll call this one, we want website. Okay, and I'm gonna hold down the shift tool just to line it up. And then come over here, phone, and we can make this as a smart object. Convert to smart object. And I'm gonna right click again, and then new smart object. Delete the first one, and right click on it and hit replace contents. And then what I do, website, yeah. And then we do Control T, make it smaller. Down so. And let's do one more. Duplicate that. Call it IG, which is for Instagram. Hold down Shift. Bring it over here. This one I ain't like how it made it super big. So I'm gonna do this original method. So place embedded, and then grab my Instagram icon. Again, make that one smaller as well. And then for this internet one, we can delete that one. And then click on Instagram. And so now we got our social media icons. And so I want to change the color of this one. So I'm gonna come over here to the phone for the first one. So here's a phone icon. So if I double click on this one, then I come over here to color overlay. And as you can see, it changed the color. And so I think I want this green color. See how that looks. Now that's a little too dark. What about white? So we might go with white. Again, you can change it to your brand colors. You can sample her. But I might leave this one green. I think I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna go white. Let's go white. And then let's see if we got a drop shadow to it. Yeah, let's add a drop shadow to it. And then the good news is, so now that I've made this little, I have layer styles, so I can right click on this one and I can copy this layer style. And basically it's gonna duplicate it for the website. So you see how it's like right now? So I clicked on this one. So if I right click and hit paste layer style, now it makes it white. And we'll do the same thing for the Instagram. Right click on it, paste layer style, and it made it a different color. So now we got our social media icons. Now what I might do for this one is I feel these are too jumbled together. So I want to space these out a little bit. So that leading tool that we had. Let's see here. I have it at 31. Let's see what 36 looks like. Ooh, 36 might be fine. Yeah, same thing with this one. Let's make this 36. And I want to, line them up. And then you can add other stuff to it. If you want to add a bullet to it, you can do that as well. Or you can leave it as is, whichever one you prefer. But and then mostly, and that's pretty much it. Again, you want to make sure everything is spelled right. credit consultant, and it's pretty much how you make it.